Hello everyone, my name is Vaishnavi Mishra Deshmukh. Today's topic is difference between object-oriented and object-based of the program. Today's date is 27/7/22 and now I discussing firstly in the object-oriented programming language. Firstly is object-oriented programming language means is OOPS concept. There are real world entity. There are firstly used in the object-oriented program concept in object, class, encapsulation, inheritance, abstraction and polymorphism. Firstly discuss in the this topic in encapsulations. Encapsulation is the process of the bindings of the properties and behavior of an object in the hiding the some data is called as the encapsulation. Then I discuss in the polymorphism. Polymorphism is the same behavior exhibited in the multiple form of in the it's called as the polymorphism. There are the two types of polymorphism. First is the compile time polymorphism and second is the runtime polymorphism. Firstly discussing the compile time polymorphism. It is the process of the binding and calling statement of the method and body happens in the compile times in the gets difference in the outputs and objects. There are two types of the compile time polymorphism: method overloading and constructor overloading. It is the process of designing in class methods. It is the same name and different formal argument. Method overloading is called as the compile time polymorphisms. Then is the constructor overloading. Constructor overloading, it is the use in the same name and different formal arguments and once more than. Then it is the discuss in the runtime polymorphism. It is the process of binding in the statement is called as the methods and their body happens in the gets difference in the implementations is the runtime polymorphism. Then the use in abstraction. It is the process of the using in the hiding the implementations in the users and only highlights in the service productions of the abstraction. Then it is used in the inheritance. Inheritance, it is the properties process of behavior and properties only used in the superclass and subclass is called as the inheritance. It is the different type of inheritance: encapsulations, single level inheritance, multi-level inheritance, hybrid inheritance, multiple inheritance and hybrid inheritance. Then it is the use discussed in the object-based programming language. This is the language only supports in the inheritance. They are not supports in the inheritance and polymorphisms in cost. It is used in the VB examples in JavaScript. It is introduction of only in object-based programming language. There are now I discuss in the main difference between of the object-oriented programming language and object-based programming language. Firstly is the discuss in the object-oriented programming language. All the classes of the object-oriented programming language is uses on supports, and then it is the object-based programming language. It is the object-oriented programming language does not support inheritance and polymorphism both. Then it is the there are the object-oriented programming language does not build the object, and then object-based programming language it is the build the object. Then it is the examples of the object-oriented programming language. It is the support the create a inheritance class one to another, and then it is the object-based programming language is create a class does not supports in the bisect. This is the difference between of the object-oriented programming language and object-based programming language.